Boys, sometimes the most inspirational thing that can be said is to remember your place in the universe. And today, we are War Thunder players, and we play a simple game for simple minds. We are not DCS nerds who read an entire flight manual to take off. We're here for simple, elegant fun. And that's why War Thunder's latest edition is brilliant. Look, I think we're all thinking it, but nobody wants to admit it because we're going to be called skill issue. But I'll say it, there's too many missiles at top tier. Now, don't get me wrong, a missile here and there is a fun bit of gameplay. But just like real life, missiles have taken over the world. If you didn't realise already, Gaijin have added a bullet hell game mode where you're just limited to using the guns on your plane. It's only going for 2 days, so if you want to play it, you've got to jump in on it now. I'm not going to lie, it is a little bit like air arcade battles without the ground targets. And the reason for that is because it's 2 air spawning teams against each other, and then it's just first to 20 kills. You can bring a 12.7 up to a 14.3, and everyone can respawn 3 times. I'd definitely also like to see a version where it's more like a traditional ARB match, where you're taking off from runways, maybe using one of the smaller maps, or maybe even using a ground forces map. Speaking of maps, I was actually really happy to see one specific map in the rotation, that be Guinea Heights, because I've wanted this to come to realistic battles for as long as I've played the game. I think it's a really cool map with a lot of height variation and some cool canyons. I only played a couple of matches. I first used the Gripen and then very quickly figured out the ammunition situation with that plane was a real problem, and then switched to an F-16, and that was much better. It definitely felt like a huge advantage having an ace crew on my plane, so if Gaijin want to farm money, this is a game mode that they want to implement because it made a big difference with such constant high G turning maneuvers. With that being said, I've got one more thing to show you. Holy moly! Alright, see ya.